Well, howdy, Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Thumbs up for that. Yay! It's, of course, a busy day. I have therapy, and so that's going to be fun. It's always online. My vehicle stopped working even before the pandemic, so we started doing it online, and then, well, hey, continued doing so. So that's up today. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Just stuff to talk about, and hopefully I won't be too discombobulated after that. So we shall see. Thumbs up for that. For the Shelton, Washington weather report, there's light outside. It seems like it's going to be possibly cloudy. Probably still warm, probably still not going to rain. It got hot yesterday. I was out walking to go and finish paying my rent and such like that. So the sun was up. It was almost 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it was hot. About time to start wearing my jorts, my cut-off jean shorts. So thumbs up for that. Maybe. Oh boy. Not a ton on my topics list. Once again, though, there's ADHD meds mixed in with the whole thing, and part of the reason. Now, yesterday was not a bad day. Not a bad day. I didn't take my meds as I had originally planned, of course. So, I had mentioned yesterday how it's hard to find a pattern in how I feel because I'm not able to take a stable amount of medication right now. Every day the dosage is a little different. So until the new prescription shows up, it's going to be different. Some days it's going to be I can really concentrate and focus and time is traveling at normal speed, and there's going to be other days where I can't and enjoy. And so I'm going to be forgetting things and such like that. And I can't even remember originally why I started talking about that, other than to say that, yeah, it's hard to find patterns and such in it when I can't take it stable. So, thumbs up though. But last night, I took 5 milligrams of Ritalin before going to bed, because it had been so long in the afternoon since I had taken any, and I seem to do well, leg cramp wise, if I actually go to bed when I still have the medication in my system, because it does not act like a stimulant to me. It is a stimulant, that's what it is, but it doesn't act as a stimulant to me. My pulse does not go up. My blood pressure goes up a little bit, but that's not, it's coming back down. It's not having that effect. And I don't get hyper. I actually kind of get sleepy. So it does not act like a stimulant. And people get really hyper and quick and do a lot of stuff, and I don't know how time seems, but for me, time just slows down to a crawl. And I'm not feeling the urge to get up and do stuff. The only real thing that happens is I can concentrate and focus and remember things, and so think. Today, not so well, because my new prescription and new dosage isn't going to show up for probably another week and a half, and I do not have a week and a half's worth of medication to last. It's gonna be fun between now and then, so I'm taking smaller dosages at weirder times, and every day is gonna be a little bit different. Thumbs up. I don't want to keep repeating that, though. I know I sort of have. So I'm gonna talk about this other thing. I watched the videos of this one fellow, Beau of the Fifth Column. He lives in Florida. He had a questionable past, actually did some prison time because he was involved in a undocumented illegals, that is the wrong word, undocumented people coming into the U.S. for specific purposes to work in places, kind of like a human trafficking thing without, the horrible human trafficking part. It was just a funneling people into the U.S. so they could work undocumented. He has spent his time in prison, 41 months, I believe. And since that time, in the many years since, has been firmly on the left and firmly doing what he can. Yeah, everybody deserves a chance to change. And if they can, then yeah, you've changed, please, and thank you. There are some people that can't change, and there are some people that even if they do, because of the stuff they've done, it's, you're welcome over here, but you're never going to get the keys to the kingdom, and everyone's going to treat you iffy, but thank you for at least coming over. So, but that all said, he was talking about vaccinations and why certain groups and certain people and such are wary of getting vaccinated. And one of them was really a good point, and he was saying he did not have any counter to this one because it is not an irrational fear. It's like, yeah, there is a pushback against getting vaccinated amongst some in the black community. There is no such thing as a monolithic black community any more than there is a monolithic any ethnicity community. But among many of the black communities, there's a pushback amongst the older people from getting vaccinated. And if you ask them why, largely the answer is Tuskegee. And Bo doesn't know how to counter that one because it's not an irrational fear at all. If you know, Google the Tuskegee experiment thing. And that was not ancient history, as he points out. I was born in 1962. The Tuskegee experiment did not stop being inhumane until in the 1970s. So I was alive when this thing was happening. If I was a young person and I heard about this stuff happening, and then I got older and the government was saying, get this, I can understand. That was a horrific thing, and that was only the one we know of. The one that got really big. That sort of thing happened everywhere. Unfortunately, not just in the U.S., but worldwide. And not just against, one type of person, but every ethnicity. But in the U.S., guess who? So, yeah, I can fully understand why. If I were that age, having lived through that, I would be doubtful. But as has been pointed out, this time the vaccination is not for just groups of people, it's for everybody. And yeah, the data for this is going to be studied just like the data from the Tuskegee experiment was studied, exploited, and profited from. But in this case, it's not targeted at an ethnicity, it's targeted at everybody so that we can get this thing under control. So he doesn't really have a counter. If you have a relative of some kind and their pushback is Tuskegee, he doesn't really have anything because their fears aren't really irrational. And speaking of that, of course, going on to another subject, I have talked about before how, we're pretty much going to be a permanent plague state in the United States because of anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers. And yeah, it is true. The experts are now saying, yeah, we'll never get herd immunity in the U.S. We'll never get it. We will never reach it. It is now endemic to the US. You may need to get yearly vaccinations, and you may need to get booster shots. We don't know yet. But we're never going to get rid of it here in the US. Anti-masking, anti-vaxxing. The GOP in the US has made it so that it will be here forever. But even at that, in the United States, we got it good. We finally appear to have stomped on it largely. The actual number of cases, I don't know if it's down, but it is flattening. And deaths, we're having fewer and fewer. So we're stomping on it. Finally, slowly. We'll never be able to get rid of it. But at least we're making it so it's not as much of a threat. Now that's that's good for us, and that's good for a lot of other countries around the world. But oh my God, if you've taken a look at the news, I don't know the whole list of countries. There are about 5 or 6 countries right now where the Covfefe bug is burning out of control. In India, it is horrific. In Brazil, it is nightmarish. There are a few other places, but oh my God. What's happening in these places puts to shame almost what we did here in the US. So, now part of what you'll hear about, they'll say they're like burning bodies in the streets in India in pyres because there are so many COVID dead. That's true and not true, because there are many reasons to have funeral pyres and burn the dead, and where you burn the dead because of various rituals and various things that have been done in cultures. So the burning of the body is not unknown, it's not strange, it's not unusual. It's just they're having to do it now for COVID as well, because there's just so much of it. So yay on that. So who knows? Who knows what's finally going to happen? Because once again, I've mentioned this before and other people have. We were lucky. This thing is still burning out of control, and it is still killing just like wildfire. But we were lucky, because this thing, as nasty as it is not as fatal as it could be. If it were something like Ebola and it didn't kill as quickly, we would be hosed. So the next pandemic is gonna be the bad one. Thumbs up on that. Plus, I watched this one video, just thought I'd mention that I got this brought up while thinking about this one thing. I watch reaction type things, except they're, like I was talking about before, they're like debunking or political stuff where somebody's watching like a political or some sort of thing video and then pausing it to talk about such. And one of these people that they were commenting on and feeling sick about was this person with a cartoon avatar, but they were trying to say that being racist is good. And their entire argument was you need someone to hate. And so racism is good because it gives you someone to hate. And hating people is good. And this person was vile. Extremely vile. It's like, the whole, why shouldn't we call it the Chinese virus? They made it, going on like that. It's like, no, they didn't make it. And we've had pandemics here, not pandemics, we've had epidemics here in the U.S. that happened because of the exact same practices, massive animal farming, and we've never decided to call them like, oh, this is the Texas flu. No, you were happy to call it swine flu then. So, yeah, just people being vile, and you feel like you have to take a shower after you listen. Joy. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, indifferent. You took the time, you expended the calories. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I am an American English speaker, and my nose is just, oh my gosh, it itches so much. One moment, my apologies. That was bad. Make sure there's nothing hanging out of my nose like a tentacle or anything. Brain worms. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, I'm sometimes lucky I can never remember anything at all. So I call it my Chrome, and we have Not an Op, thumbs up. Confused Owl 29, always good to see you in the comments. Robert Brown, thumbs up and thank you. Ricky Bettini with the reminder to live every day to its fullest, and good to see you in the comments. Best of luck. Zebediah Walters, thumbs up and thank you. Chris G, greatly appreciated. Splash X, hello. Michael Severin, thumbs up and thank you. Alif, thumbs up and thank you. Banana John, greatly appreciated, and I like your name. We have Uno Allah, thumbs up and thank you. Nico Bands, greatly appreciated. Yuki likes hot potatoes, thumbs up. And Honor, greatly appreciated. Osana Najimi, I hope I got somewhere close, thank you. Yak TV, greatly appreciated. Snuffkins Gay Ass, thumbs up and thank you. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. Zombie Low, thumbs up and thank you. MSR 47 Gaming, greatly appreciated. And a good idea, I'll go check that out. We have Robert Brown, thumbs up and thank you. And that is it, 21 people. Thank you each and every one of you, those that commented, those that did not. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and it is appreciated. Snow and thumbs up and thank you. If you could check out, excuse me, my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if I haven't updated the list today, hopefully I'm going to have time to update it by tomorrow or soon. So thank you all so very, very much. And if you could check out the, well, no, if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. If you'd like to help me out without sending money at all, I have an Amazon wish list link as well, and it has a couple things on it. If you could check it out, that would be awesome. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled, and if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, and of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very, very cool. Definitely a thumbs up on that. And my endings have been too long of late, so I'm just going to hack off most of it and say thank you very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a definite thumbs up. I don't need the string. I mean, I need the string, but I don't need the string. I mean, it makes sense.